So far, so good. Thank you for sticking to the series in this social work edition, sharing my life lessons and social work, my social work journey in the UK. So today I'm going to be talking about settling into a social work course in the UK. Hey, Jesus, see me. Hey, social work nearly wounded me because when you're coming from Nigeria is a very descriptive writing environment, or me being a science background, very evaluative, very, all of those kind of stuff. But here, very first time I'm hearing something about reflective writing. And then throwing it back into my statement of purpose, realizing that was a reflective writing, and I didn't even know that that's what it's called. So, what is reflective writing? Basically, how do I explain it right now? Well, I would just say there is a channel on YouTube, Siobhan McLean. She's a social worker, and she has a YouTube channel where she teaches all sorts of things about reflective writing and reflections and all of that stuff. But one of the things that really pains me the most is the fact that even though they were shouting write reflectively, reflective writing, nobody told us that there are templates that you can follow to actually help you. There is like the simplest one is what, now what, then what, something like that, So reflective writing is like, okay, what is it that happened? Okay, what do I feel about it? What am I going to do about it? How does this inform my practice? How does this inform who I become? How has this changed me? How has this made me a better person? You understand? That is basically what reflective writing is. But, so let's say now an event happened. Instead of you just describing that, this person did this, that person did that. No, you write it in such a way that you say things like, okay, instead of writing it like, this person did this, that person did that, you write things like, I reflect on the appearance, or I reflect on the countenance of this person, and I perceived and I felt. Can you see? So it's all about your feelings, it's all about your emotions, it's all about how are you processing this internally? How are you internalizing the things that are happening in your environment, things that are happening and it is very important to be a reflective person, or a reflective social worker, a reflective professional, because it helps you to understand your own feelings and your own biases, and then you're able to link a whole lot of things together. And so, when you are starting your social work journey, I would admonish you that you should, just go on Google and say, reflective models, reflective writing. There might be a lot of confusing things there, but it's just very easy. Just break it down to, okay, what is it that happened? What did I feel about it? And then going forward, how do I address it? Was it something bad that happened? And how did you handle it? And how does it inform the kind of person that you would become? Because, it's just it's a case of these things are happening for you. They are happening for you to make you a better person, not that they are necessarily happening against you. So how are you processing it? How are you accepting? How are you internalizing these issues? How are you internalizing the experiences? And how are you making informed decisions about these experiences? And when that happens, then you are able to become a better person, and then you're able to draw from a deeper aspect of yourself and not just on a surface level. So basically, that's what reflective writing is. It can be daunting if it's not something that you're used to, but there are reflective models out there, and there's an entire pack, that I came across, and it was in my the person that even helped me most with understanding reflection was when I first went on my first placement, and my practice educator was so gracious, and she was able to show me, I think, a number of those what's it called now? What do they call them? Models. And then I was able to, get and understand. There are several ones. I'm trying to remember. There is the social graces. Like, you're thinking about, talking about the person's race, talking about the age. There are so many angles. There are so many angles in which you can reflect from, which is what reflective models talk about. There is even the weather model. Like, how are you feeling? Are you feeling sunny? Are you feeling like it's raining? Are you feeling cloudy? You understand? So I used that when I was finishing my second placement. It was really good because talk about the sunny aspect of your what's it called now, of the reflect. There is something called Gibbs model also. I also like that one. I even used that one to do a presentation to show leadership framework and all of that stuff. And so let me just briefly talk about the Gibbs cycle. The Gibbs cycle has exploring one of the most famous cyclical models of reflection, leading you through 6 stages, exploring an experience. Number 1, description, then your feelings, evaluation, analysis, conclusion, and action plan. So you can see it mirrors everything that I've said. What is it that happened? How do you feel about it? What's going to happen going forward? Basically. So basically that's reflective writing. So you need to keep that at the back of your mind so that you begin to get good grades even from the beginning, because I really struggled because I just couldn't understand it. I just needed somebody to see me that and just tell me this. So that's why I'm doing this video, to help someone out there, so that because I don't know, your lecturers might not just be gracious enough to tell you what it is. They might say it, but you might not understand it. But I hope this gives you an understanding of what is expected of you. Critical reflective writing. So criticality has to do with you have an opinion, you understand, but then other people have opinions, scholars have opinion. So what did this person say in favor of this? What did that person say against this? Where do you stand? That's all. That's it. Critical. Yeah, it's not like it's not all negative. It's not all negative. This person said this, but although this person says this alternatively against this, but this is what I think. You understand? It's like balancing the two sides. So basically, critical reflective writing. So so apart from, so the real reflective writing might be about you writing your portfolio, but when you're writing your assignments, you have to be the critical reflective writing. So this is what happened. How are you processing it? Okay, so what does research say about it? Okay, this research said this about it, but that other research says something different about, or these two people actually agree, or the entire body of research actually agree about it. That is how you write critically, reflectively. I hope this helps you. Thank you, and see you in the next video.